welcome to Vic Vern Sports Chat. I'm Vern.
I'm Vic, and welcome to Premier League predictions, week 32. Some dumbass didn't change it, Vern. What dumbass was that?
You.
You know what? You say something, I'm going to change it because I can't handle that. I can't handle the truth.
John just wants me to mention that Arsenal are bottle jobs.
But John,
we
my
all
son,
know that.
John, we know that.
We know that.
I think they're going to bottle the league as well.
No, that surely can't do that, Vic.
You think?
You think?
No, are we happy now, ladies and gentlemen? I got it right. There you go, week 32. Because Marners will come in. Can't piss straight in their lives, but they'll complain about something that you missed,
He complains about the clock. About
still
everything.
doing the shuffle push, the hand shuffle on the piss pump, but that's all they got. There you go. But hey, listen, I'm informed today. I'm looking forward to this because my lead is growing. I mean, I'm as far away from the earth. I'm so good. I'm like that Artemis spaceship there, man. I'm gone. I'm gone. I don't know what to say anymore.
It's okay.
Are you sure? Are you feeling all right?
It's going to be interesting next season when we start the season and the people all join up and do it.
Yes, but I've got to find a different system then. I've got to get an automated system where you can, when emails go out and everybody sends me the email, it goes out, or with a barcode at the bottom. They can scan their own barcode, it goes onto their phone, and it's automatic. I'm working on things.
Talking about dumbass, he just came in the chat.
Marnus.
No, Paul Terry.
Paul, the Arsenal. He actually wants to come on this show. Vern. But did you see, I saw the most ridiculous fucking person, the most ridiculous Arsenal fan is that twat wearing with the headphones, that tie. There you go. Yeah. Look, that guy. I mean, if you're an Arsenal supporter like Paul Terry, you guys need to make a GoFundMe or a petition to get that guy out of Arsenal, supporting Arsenal. Because he's the reason everybody doesn't want you guys to win anything. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't give a shit what Arsenal does. Because of him, I want Arsenal to get relegated. He's a dumbass, man.
Not going to happen.
No, it won't happen. But let's get into things. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Before we get into the main stuff, that's the email. If you want to join the tips, just send us your tips by email. I'll show you how it works afterwards. And of course, like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. We're on 149,264. It's going forward. But let's get everything right, first of all. These are the point standings. I was on 196 before the weekend started, and you were on 178. Miles away. Miles. I mean, a bloody binoculars is not good enough anymore. It's been a while since that 31st week was played, but we didn't want to do a show too early as people forget. So let's have a look at the 31st week. We know Arsenal and Wolverhampton drew, but they played that game a little bit earlier. We know Man City's game against Palace was suspended. So let's go into it. Man, it's quite easy, man. I can't even remember Bournemouth against Man United anymore. Yes, I can. No. We got screwed in that one. We should have had the penalty for Ahmad. We got screwed. The referee... I'm sounding like Ty. No.
Yes, I was just about to say that you remind me of somebody. Get your headphones on, Vic.
There you go. Take it and stick it up your arse. I don't have headphones. But I do have Ty's glasses. There you go. Now I just need the headphones, man. And to look like a dumbass and sound like a twat. No, but I think we got screwed there. But that doesn't matter. We're going to get that third spot and it's all good. Then if you're a Liverpool supporter, look away now, because Brighton-Liverpool 2-1. Liverpool, I don't know what they're doing. I mean, they got hammered by Man City on the weekend 4-0 in the FA Cup. They looked like a team in relegation form.
They look very average.
Average is Everton is average. They don't even look as good as Everton.
Don't they still have to come to United?
Where they're going to get hammered. That's going to be a big one. Then Fulham against Burnley. That was a good win for Fulham. Fulham's just a stable team. Yeah. I like Fulham. And then Everton against Chelsea. Another team in... remember we played the Friday night, right? I think. We drew. We were up in arms. Oh, we've dropped points. Liverpool and Chelsea are going to catch us. No. Hell no. We actually increased our lead in the table, Vern.
No. Sometimes the sun shines on a dog's ass, Vic.
What was that? Velvet? That's beautiful.
Velvet! Beautiful!
There you go. Leeds are just drawing their way to safety. Game after game. 0-0, 1-1, 0-0 against Brentford. Then Newcastle. I thought they were going to sack Eddie Howe. You can't lose 2 derbies to Sunderland in the same year if you're Newcastle. 2-1. Sunderland, the team of the season for me, other than Arsenal on top. We've got to give them, you got to give them credit where credit's due. I know it's hard. But for me, the biggest achievers this season, even more than Arsenal, because Arsenal's got the squad and everything, but Sunderland has totally overachieved.
Yeah.
Good stuff there. Good stuff. Aston Villa bouncing back there after a win against West Ham United 2-0. And then the gift that keeps on giving. Spurs. I mean, they've sacked the other manager they had. I mean, how many managers they had this season? That they sacked Tudor. His reign is over. The Tudor reign is over. They brought in, what's his name now? De Zerbi from Marseille. I mean, big game coming up this weekend for De Zerbi against Sunderland. So we'll check it out. But, that was it. But who scored what on this weekend? I mean, you scored the great amount of fucking 2 points. There you go, 2. And moi, the savant, the man that is from another planet, I scored 10. So that kind of leaves us in this situation that you go to 180. Congratulations on your 180. It's not darts. 180. And somebody's on 206. 26 points ahead with 7 rounds to go. On average, you can have to be about 3 points better than me. No, 4. Actually, 4 points around better. It ain't happening. I'm going to put this up to about 30 to 40 points by the end of the season. It's not a problemo at all. So let's take that away. Before we go into this week's tips, let's have a look at the table as it stands now. Arsenal still 9 points ahead of City, but City's got that game in hand, and City do play Arsenal at home. So... But City hasn't got it in their own hands anymore, Vern. They need to rely on other people helping them out if they want to win the championship. Man United in third there on 55, followed by Aston Villa on 54. And then there's already a little bit of a gap there between Aston Villa and United and Liverpool and Chelsea. And and you can see this weekend, it doesn't get better for us, for Chelsea, and it won't get better for Liverpool either this weekend. Brentford, Everton, totally in the hunt for that 5th spot. Even Fulham and Brighton, you never know that it's looking really good. Then we look at the bottom half of the table. Sunderland have now dropped into the bottom half of the table. But they did well at the beginning of the season. They got their points early. They're still ahead of Newcastle, which if they finish the season ahead of Newcastle, they'll have a bus parade in fucking Sunderland. There you go. Bournemouth, not too bad. Crystal Palace should be safe. I think the unsafe zone does start from Leeds all the way down to West Ham. Burnley and Wolves, they're gone. They've booked their ticket. They are back in the Championship.
They're gone.
I've got to ask you one question. Well, now I'm going to ask you 2. From now, we've got 7 games to go. Out of those 4, at the bottom, who's going down, Vern?
That's a tough one because West Ham's not doing too much. The outformed team is Spurs.
They've got 1 point out of the last 15.
That's the outformed team. So
put it this way, I want to tell you something. In the last 5 games, Spurs got 1 point. Wolves picked up 8.
I'd have to go with Spurs.
You going with Spurs? I think it's dirty Leeds going down. Because they're going to get hammered on Monday by us. So they're not picking up any points. And then we'll see, We'll see. We will see. But that is the... And in the top, who do you think is getting that 5th spot? I said, no. Who's making the Champions League spots? 2, 3, and 4. Because we know 1 and 2 are making the Champions League. So who's your 3?
I say it stays like it is.
You think Chelsea's the ones not making it?
It's either Chelsea or Liverpool. I think Chelsea doesn't make it now.
I think Liverpool and Chelsea both don't make it. I think Everton will make it.
I'm not even sure the English get that fifth spot.
No, they do. It's guaranteed already. With the amount
it's
of
guaranteed.
Spain and England have got the 2 fifth spots. That's them. So then look at our friends. What our friends did. Because I mean, you were cuck. I mean, you were terrible with 2 points. But let's look at Paul. I can tell you, Paul made 6 points. So congrats. He actually tips better than Arsenal play. Not bad.
Not bad.
Then Marnus tips like Liverpool plays. He cuck. He gets 2 points. I mean, Liverpool-Brighton, he had 3-0. They lost 2-1. I mean, unbelievable. And then our other guy there, Lawrence is not a lot better than you either. But he made 3 points. He lucked in there with 3 points.
But he did win the T-shirt.
He's won the T-shirt. He's got that. It's on there. It's on there. Now we're going to move to this week's tips, Van. And here we go. Check it out. Let's go. I'm going to write these things down. So that's a Friday night game. West Ham United against Wolverhampton. That's a massive game for West Ham. Huh?
2-1 for your West Ham.
You're going 2-1 West Ham. I'm going 2-0 West Ham. I've got to find that game. There it is. Sorry. 2-1. 2-0. It's a must win for West Ham.
Yeah.
Arsenal Bournemouth.
I'm going 2-1 Arsenal.
You're going 2-1 Arsenal. I'm going 2-2. I just think, Arsenal losing tonight against Sporting Lisbon, I think they're going to be rattled. They're rattled, man. They're like a junkie that hasn't had the medicine for a month, man. They all shake. They got the shakes there. They got the shitters and the shakes.
That's a bad one.
That's a bad one. Then Brentford against Everton.
Ooh. You go first.
I'm going to go 1-2 to Everton.
I'll go 1-1.
You go 1-1. All right. Burnley against Brighton. Burnley probably already know they're down. They'll play freely, I think. Brighton still got a chance to move up the table, huh?
I'm going 2-1 Brighton.
2-1 to Brighton. I'll go 1-1 on that one. Chelsea, no, what's the next one? Liverpool against Fulham.
I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool.
I always knew you were a Liverpool supporter in disguise. You're going 2-1 Liverpool. I'm going 1-2. I think Fulham will beat them. I think they'll come off they've got to play the Champions League. I think they'll be tired. I think Fulham is well rested. I'll go with Fulham. Then Crystal Palace against Newcastle United.
2-1 Crystal Palace.
2-1 Palace. You're going 2-1 Palace. I've got to find that one first. Burns going 2-1 Palace. I will go 2-0 Palace. Then what we got next? Nottingham Forest against Aston Villa. Ooh. Forest need points. Villa need points. That could be one of the games of the round.
I'm going with a 2-2, Vic.
You going with a 2-2? Don't mess with your 2-2. I'll go 1-1. Then the mighty Sunderland against the relegation in battle Spurs.
I'm going 2-1 Sunderland.
Oh, you're rubbing it in, man. You are putting it in there. I'm going to go 1-0 Sunderland. Chelsea against Man City.
I'm going with a 2-3.
2-3. I'm going 1-4 for Man City. And then Man United against Dirty Leeds.
I'm going with a 3-1 United.
3-1 United. I'm going 2-0 United. So, yeah. Look, it could be... we've tipped everything differently. So, it could be a weekend where either you make a big catch or it's basically time for me to write your obituary, get your grave ready and bury you. I think it's more like I can bury you this week. Because you go any further behind. Let's say you go down by 30 with 6 games to go. You think you can catch... You would have to have 15 and 16 point weekends.
I'll have to go with like 7-1 and 6-2.
No, you just have to use your brains for a change, man. But there you go. There you go. So that's this week's stuff. It's out there. Just want to plug that again. Later tonight, we do have the Champions League. Good games there. Real Madrid against Bayern. What would you say, Real Madrid Bayern tonight? Like a little side tip there.
I hope Bayern.
I'll go 2-2 on that one. And Sporting Lisbon against Arsenal, I'll go 3-1 for Lisbon.
Go 3-0 Lisbon.
Oh, good stuff. And then tomorrow,
That's wishful
tomorrow we have Paris Saint-Germain against FC Liverpool.
I'm going 4-0 Paris Saint-Germain.
You think Paris Saint-Germain are going to beat Liverpool 4-0?
Yeah.
I go 2-0 for Paris Saint-Germain. And then the Spanish one, Barcelona against Atletico Madrid.
I'm going with a 2-2.
I think it'll be like I'm going to go 1-1 there. I think you know it's Diego Simeone. He does defend really well. There you go.
Lawrence says no sound. That can't be.
Huh?
Lawrence says no sound. Ronnie would have said something long time ago, man.
No, that's bullshit, man. Well, let me have a look. I can have a look. Yeah.
But guys, don't forget, get your tips
hear
in.
the sound perfectly clear, man.
Get your tips in early.
Yes. Now, some of them have sent them already, which is good. And
But listen here, I want more people to come join us on this tip sheet, man.
Yeah, well, look, next year we'll have a barcode. I'll figure out with somebody how we do it. Then you can just put it in the barcode, and then we can just put it on the screen. It'll be much easier for us as well. But big Premier League weekend, top and bottom, Vern. You know, what is Arsenal going to do? Can they keep a 9-point gap? Can City close the gap? You know, the fight for the Champions League spots is there. And then, of course, there's a big fight for the European places. I mean, everywhere in the Premier League, it's interesting because you still have 3-4 teams battling against relegation. What we do know is that Burnley and Wolves is down. We know that.
That's done.
And we know Arsenal and City are in the Champions League. We know that.
That's done.
Unless that 116 accounts of fraud comes to bite them in the arse.
Don't hear much about that anymore, do you?
No, the Premier League doesn't want it to happen. They don't want to damage the product, man. That's you go. So that's it, man. I got to go because in 25 minutes I'm back for the basketball. So check it out, guys. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button. See you next week and have a wonderful football weekend. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.